Alright, welcome back to another season of the Crew Alexandra career mode. I've lost count of how many seasons we're in, but hopefully we can win this treble pretty soon. It's taken a while, and I really can't say that I'm surprised. There's not much help in these older games for the smaller teams like Crew Alexandra, but let's stop complaining and go into buying our players. This season I'm looking for some center backs who are also hopefully quite young. I'll go about 27, looking for a big center back, 80 overall. Really no limit here. Wow. Okay, so the best center back that is that age is 79 overall. Surely that's not right, right? No, it is. So we need to buy some older center backs, I guess. There's Matt Hummels. There's quite a few. This Benedetti guy looks amazing. Phil Jones could be a possibility. I do like him, although I do find it funny how highly rated he is in this game. Older Wayreld, bit old. I mean, it's 2020. Not even Spurs held on to him for that long. Steven Kalker, speaking of Spurs, there is also him, 28. Coates, that's not a bad shout, you know. Maybe a duo of Coates and this guy up here, what was his name again? Bendetti? Bendetti looks good. Coates and Bendetti, we have 21 million. Could be a possibility there. Looking at our own prospects in terms of selling, Lucas Aguirre has actually lost a bit of value here. Strangely enough, because he was like 20 mil last season. Adrian looking good, Ter Stegen looking nice. Got some nice players. Really all we're missing here is a big center back duo. You know, Bafo is quite good, but he's getting a bit older and he's not really prem ready in my opinion. I say we get some extra funds by selling some of our center backs like Jefferson Oliveira. I think it's time to part ways with both of these guys, Arturo and Jefferson Oliveira. Wembangomo can stay maybe. Yeah, for the depth, because we're basically just upgrading both sides. Kurzawa and Aurier, questionable, but I think with center backs, we can leave it. Now, obviously, my dream left back, my dream fullback is that guy. What was his name again? Biragi, 27 years old, and his physical stats are just so nice. I can't say no to it. But there's a lot of other good fullbacks, just not really worth the money in my opinion. They're all a little bit old, so a bit strange. Yeah, younger players barely develop in this game. It is so weird, especially defenders. They just don't develop at all, and it's kind of a shame. But let me send in this offer for Benedetti, 13.5, and then let me send in an offer. Oh, Chris Smalling. Oh, that would be nice too. If Benedetti doesn't go through, maybe Chris Smalling, but he gets paid so much. Prem player, you know. Could go for De Vrij as well. He's paid less. But for now, let's go ahead and target... Who are we looking at again? Coates. Coates looks good. Also paid only 40k. Very happy with that. Oh no, he just joined? What is with that? I'm going to send the offer anyways. He's got a 1-year contract. Maybe I can try in the winter and then go for a fullback now, or just leave it be for now. But I want to do really well this season. So I mean, I could go for Bruma or one of these guys. Mustafi. Ah, man. Coates was basically perfect. There's also Jerome Boateng. There's a lot of players who are just too old. Steven Kalker wouldn't be bad. Just too expensive. I'll send in an offer for Mustafi just for now. So those three, I don't think Coates is moving though. 22 million for Benedetti. They have to be out of their minds. I'll pay 16 million. Absolute max for him. And then Mustafi's also rejected. If I can't get anyone, I'll go for Mustafi. So I'll go like 8 mil for Mustafi. I know I can't get them both at this point, but I was also thinking of looking at some good old backup strikers who are like in the high 70s, maybe mid 70s, because Lucas Aguirre is not perfect when it comes to stamina. So I would kind of need someone that is capable to back him up. Checking out the free agents first. Nothing much here, but I just wanted to see just in case. And yeah, there's nothing here at all. So looking at every striker in the game that is 80 or below, we have some decent players in here. Remember, it doesn't have to be extremely good. It just has to be enough so that I feel very certain with them behind Lucas Aguirre. Oh my, Robert Lewandowski. Oh, that would be amazing. Moussa Dembele. All right. You know what? I changed my mind. Heung-min Son. He's the new backup, isn't he? Nah, but Robert Lewandowski is so much cheaper. And if he does well enough, he might be able to be sold again next season. And then I can get Heung-min Son. Ah, man. I am being like drawn towards this because he's gone. But yeah, I'll send in an offer for Robert Lewandowski. 10 mil. He just re-signed a contract. Oh, no. Oh. I'll look for another one because Son is a little too expensive. Jonathas is another decent option. So we'll just look here and there just to find someone that will fit what I'm looking for. Okay, so we've got Mustafi for 8.5 mil, I think it was. On the other hand, Benedetti's not going for anywhere near the price I'd like. And here we have Lewandowski for 12 mil. So here's what I'll do. I'll offer for Jonathas for like 9.5. And then Lewandowski, I'll send in the 12 mil offer. So I sent an offer for 9.5. That didn't work. I'm not going to lie. I totally thought this was the offer for Lewandowski. They said no straight out. They won't take us. So Lewandowski for 12 mil. I'm not entirely sure about that. Mustafi's now in the club. 12 mil is just about all of our money. So I'll send in an offer. But yeah, I'm not going to lie. Doesn't really look all that promising. So with that in mind, I look at a different player. Rabiot, 4.4 million. Hey, maybe they'll accept it. There's plenty of players down here. I saw Wilfried Zaha. He's worth 6 mil, which honestly wouldn't be that bad. Honestly, sending that one through too. I like Wilfried Zaha. He was really good in the Crystal Palace rebuild that I did after we got sacked from Spurs. That's a bit of a spoiler, isn't it? But, I mean, there's a cool little twist to look forward to if you want to watch that one. Bit of a throwback here. Emmanuel MNEK. Yeah, I remember watching that KSI video. Chi Dong-won. Oh, that just reminded me of someone. Is he still in this game? I've just looked it up. This is him. It's G, the guy who scored last minute against City. I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw that goal, pretty sure he was offside, but haven't really seen that goal in a minute. But I have just confirmed that that was him. Bentner's here. That's just not worth it. I'm not buying an Arsenal player either. Not really quality, is it? I'll send an offer for this guy as well, because he's quite cheap. And then we'll see where we stand. I would love Lewandowski, but just too expensive for a backup. So Rabiot is 6 mil. That is not a bad price. Much better than Lewandowski, only one overall less. Wilfried Zaha is 7 mil. I might take Wilfried Zaha. 27 years old. Sounds like the right choice here. Arturo is going for £325,000. Not a bad deal. Okay, so yeah, I think it has to be Wilfried Zaha here. He is the right player for us. Absolutely. Absolutely the right player here. I'm going to have to... I'll send in an offer for Lewandowski. I'll do the whole thing, and then I'll just like say reject player. You know, simple as that. Lewandowski does not want to play for our club, so we'll just let him go. That's fine by me. But we've still got Zaha and the other guy looking good for us there. Espanyol would like to buy Oliveira. There's another offer for De Silvestro. That's a no. Oliveira could get a bit more money for him, though. Zaha accepts our contract offer. Welcome to the club, son. £4 million left over. I think I can use that on a new fullback as well. Or I could look for like a high 70s center back that is a little older. It's definitely possible. Gonna say yes to that Jefferson Oliveira offer. And there it is. I mean, our team looks brand spank. Not really, to be honest. I'll be 100% honest there. Doesn't really look all that new. You know, we've got the new center back, which is great. But Zaha is going to be sat on the bench for most of the time. So it's not like he's really making that much of an impact. I could go classic 4-4-2 now, or something akin to that, like a 4-1-2-1-2. You know what? Now with Zaha in, I could sell Murphy as well. I want to keep Pablo Ramos, just because, you know, youth player. Also younger than Murphy, if I'm not mistaken. So Murphy can go now. So we're kind of making some decent business here. Send Madine out on loan as well. Although Pablo Ramos would fetch more money. It's pretty obvious why. Pablo Ramos is a lot younger, so I'd rather keep him. Zaha is the same age as Murphy, so it's perfect. Perfect swap there. And finally, looking for a left back, right back. Anyone that is decent enough and fits our price point. Philip Lahm is 36 years old and still playing. I think he was retired by now in real life. Here's a decent one, actually. 29, so not that old. 3.7 mil, 78 overall. Hey, yeah, that actually looks really good, in my opinion. So it's either this Montoya guy, or Montoya, so I'll send that offer, or we look at another left back instead of Kurzawa. So some decent options in here. Hong Chul, who is around, I believe, the same rating as Montoya, maybe one over. A bit more expensive. Obviously, there's Baragi, who would be amazing. I would love a Baragi. Absolutely would love a Baragi. I'll send the offer. It's not going through, but there's him. And there's actually another Barcelona fullback who is around the same rating, literally the same rating, the same age, and around the same price. Looks perfect. Oh, Rabiot just got back to us. Unfortunately, bro, we found our future guy. Not really future guy, but, you know, our future backup who will hopefully solidify our team. So there goes Jefferson Oliveira. They don't want to sell because of depth. No depth. Bro, how does Barcelona of... Oh my god, and De Silvestra's out for 6 weeks. It'll be fine. But how does Barcelona, of all teams, not have fullback depth? To be fair, that is kind of how they lost the Champions League semifinals. But still, that is insane. All right, with the newfound money, who can I offer for? Gabriel Silva? A little bit expensive. Schmelzer? No. Ooh. Little old, but very cheap, very affordable. Yeah, I think I'm going to go for this guy. Felix Bastians. Could be worth it. Could honestly work very well. And if I can find someone else that is similar on the other side, 77 to 78 overall, it should work pretty well. I didn't even check the stamina. I'm really not bothering to do that because it doesn't matter how much stamina they have right now. Oh, this guy's stamina is a little too good. I'm not going to lie. 1.9 mil though. That's a kind of a bargain. Or do I go for Beck? Like one season is really all I need from these guys because my fullbacks. Oh, he's 35. Okay. I don't know why. I just recognized a familiar name and I thought surely that'll work. I like this guy. I like Chris Gunter. Very cheap, but also just he's a little too good on stamina. I don't like that. That's the only thing I don't like about him. The other option is Andreas Beck, who is the same price, 2 years older, and for the most part just looks worse. Like if I were to compare. So if we're comparing here, so the physical stats just a lot worse. Mental stats a bit better. Skill stats looks like a proper crosser, has better marking, better short pass, better really everything. Oh well, he literally has a crossing trait. I say I'll send an offer for this Beck guy because why not? Although wages are a little questionable. Okay, so we've got Beck. 1.9 and 1.9 would be how much money? That'd be what, 3.8 million pounds in transfers, right? So if we budget to 3.8, we'll have 40. Oh, we can literally buy both of these guys. Okay. But Bastians would not come. Oh, it's 2.9 that I initially offered. Never mind, bro. You guys can keep him. I'm good. I'll just do this deal. The Beck offer. You know, he's not like the best player I've ever seen, but hell, I'll take him. You know, for one season, and then maybe I can find a younger one, or just something a bit better. I don't know. Kurzawa was still good. I just need him to develop a bit more. So Beck's here for 2 years. That means he'll at least play 1 year, so I can sell him next season, hopefully for around the same price. But yeah, I think that's all I'm going to do transfer-wise this season. I've got a backup striker, a proper one. We're at 4.5 stars. De Silvestro is out with a torn hamstring. Hopefully that solves itself out pretty soon, though. Maybe I should have signed a right back instead because... Oh, no, we signed a right back. Okay, perfect. Because I was going to say a right back is a little worse than the left back. So that's a bit of a concern. But yeah, we got a new center back who is 80 overall. I'm really, really looking to sign a big center back next season. I know I said that last season, and I'm sounding like Arsenal fans here. But next season, I swear, we're going to get our target. I'm just going to save all the money I get from this season. Hopefully we win something big. Even winning the EuroLeague didn't give us enough funds last season. But hopefully we get enough money so that I can purchase like a 20 million pound center back or a 23 million pound center back. Someone that's like mid 80s, you know? I've got a mid 80s player in every spot on the field. Striker, midfielder, goalkeeper. Just none in the center back. I've got a low 80s, you know, that's fine. But I'd need a better one if I want to do as well as I need to do in the league and the Champions League and all that. Speaking of the Champions League, the board has said I need to place in a EuroLeague spot, so that's 5th place. That's not impossible. Hopefully the team can pull that off, but we'll see in a second when I sim to the end of the season. All right, the end of the season is here. There's only one game left in the league. It's against United, and if we have a look at the table, we have essentially secured a spot in the EuroLeague. We just lost to Chelsea. Bit of a shame, kind of hoping that we won that one, but you can't win them all, can you? But bin that off. We have an FA Cup final. Now, the FA Cup isn't all that interesting. It's whatever for the most part. And let's have a look at how we got here. Actually, before that, I want to look at the goal difference. Oh, no, yes. We have qualified. We are in top 4. We are... Wait a second. Yes, we're top 4. Our goal difference is miles ahead of Stoke City. So we're among some of the best goal difference in the league. Only behind Chelsea, who just beat us. So, great season for us. We have qualified for the Champions League. Speaking of the Champions League, or rather the EuroLeague, we're clearly not in it anymore. So, where did we get knocked out? Quarterfinals. 2-0 in both legs. We got absolutely battered by Porto. But as for the Carabao Cup, where did that end up for us? Round 3. So, yeah, we lost to West Brom. Bit of a strange one there. Swear if you look at the Premier League, we just beat them 3-0 in the league. So, you know, I guess just a bad day for us there. In the FA Cup, though, we can have a look, obviously in the final. In the semi-finals, we beat Arsenal 3-1 on penalties. Nicely done. In the quarters, we beat Shrewsbury. Bit of a Mickey Mouse run there. We got the easiest team there. They're not even a Prem team. We lucked out really well there. And round 5, Derby County, again, not a hard opposition. We haven't faced anyone like Heart Stoke, to be fair. Bit of a rivalry there in terms of like the top of the table. And then Crystal Palace. Yeah, so Stoke and Arsenal really the only real contenders we've ever faced. But now we've got Newcastle in the final. Now, Newcastle are a decent side. They're 7th, 65 points. And if we have a look at their stats inside of the Premier League, we can see they do score quite a few goals. I mean, we are the highest scorers in the league alongside Chelsea, although their defense is miles better than ours. Or, well, not miles, but quite a bit better than ours. Newcastle, on the other hand, their defense isn't amazing. On par with around Stoke's defense, and their offense is, well, the level it should be. I'm really surprised Stoke is this high, by the way. Their goal difference absolutely stinks. 55 goals only. How have they got... Dude, they've skimmed by on 1-0s this whole season. But yeah, enough talking. Let's set up our squad, which I think should be set up already. Yeah, it looks good. Actually, Aurier shouldn't start this game. It should be back, and then Aurier can come in later. Lucas Aguirre. Right, Lucas Aguirre was actually injured for a bit, which is why I think Zaha has... Oh my god, I didn't even look at Zaha's things. Zaha is amazing, dude. He hasn't upgraded, but like, wow. Speaking of upgrades, let's have a look at the squad report, because I've sorted out the squad. 26 clean sheets for Ter Stegen. Some appearances here and there. Still no upgrades. You know, I just get no upgrades on defense for whatever reason. It's really strange. To upgrade the defense, I have to just keep buying players. De Silvestro has had a season where he doesn't upgrade for once. 6 goals, 9 assists. Lugano goes up 3, up to a 79. 3 goals, 6 assists. Adrian, 18 and 18. Amazing season, but no overall upgrade there. Halliday, pretty decent season. 11 goals, 4 assists. Again, no upgrade. Lucas Aguirre, no upgrade. 21 goals, though. Kadeem Harris, done alright, I guess. 2 goals, 3 assists. I've just realized he should not be there. Should be Daniel Ferreira. Serge Aurier making appearances. Pablo Ramos, 2 appearances, 1 goal, 1 assist, but drawing 3 overall. Very solid. Alari, 2 goals, 6 assists, so very balanced among our midfield. Wembangomo appearing every now and then. Saric, only making 7 appearances. 2 assists is solid, but wow. A +2 on his overall as well. Zaha, his form is not amazing right now. I think it's because we just lost to Chelsea. Like, it was like 1-0, so I guess didn't do all that well in the finishing department. But 33 appearances, 17 goals. Great season for him. Most of it being in the Prem. So, well done to him, but no upgrade either. Daniel Ferreira, another player who has not upgraded. 37 appearances, 4 goals, 6 assists. It's an okay season for him. Ohi Anthony has had 44 appearances, 6 goals, 1 assist. It's looking like Daniel Ferreira was injured at some point, but I don't really remember that. And Halliday also has only made 37 appearances. I'm assuming the whole left wing, right wing thing is throwing things off. So, yeah, that kind of sucks. I might trial a like 4-4-2 or like I said last time, a 4-1-4-1 next season, because I really want to try playing a formation that actually allows Halliday to play one of his actual positions. Plus Ferreira does play left mid. It's not like he can't play left mid. I want to try that, see if that works, but if not, I mean, it is what it is. Anyways, let's get on with it and play through, or rather sim through this final. Actually, before I start this sim, let me make sure to fix that issue with the squad. Kadeem Harris should not be starting this game. Although he's a decent player, he's not better than Daniel Ferreira, is he? So let's slap him onto the bench. And then Ohi Anthony can sit on the bench as well. Over, actually, I don't know. Pablo Ramos, I guess. And then this squad looks fine to me. Really just hoping for the best here. Not much else I can do, but hope for the best. So, yeah. Now, let's get on with the sim. So, to be honest, I do feel quite confident in winning this game. I mean, if you have a look, they are missing 4 players as well on injury. Payet and Aaron Lennon being some pretty big names. So, hopefully that makes the difference and they do not score against us. Not to mention the fact that they have a midfielder who I assume is a CDM in defense. So if we somehow lose this, I'm going to be quite mad. Look at that. Okay, hold on. Look at the empty space between the strike. I'm sure they play like wing attacks and stuff, but there's just nothing there between the strikers and the midfield. Like you'd think maybe one of them drops lower as a false. I don't know. You know what? I'm going to stop judging the tactics. Let's just get on with it and hopefully we win. Well, that was simple enough. No drama, no big scoreline, no nothing. Just Daniel Lugano scoring in the 33rd minute and winning it for us. Fair enough, I guess. Well, we get an additional 1.8 million, which is very nice, but the FA Cup doesn't really matter all that much to us. Would have mattered if we didn't have a spot to qualify for EuroLeague. We've done that and some more. We've qualified for the Champions Cup or the Champions League this season, so it's looking pretty good for us. So I guess let's go ahead and sim through this Man United game. Should probably be a loss, I'm not gonna lie. Their team is pretty solid. Wait a second. De Gea is injured. You know how much a goalkeeper matters in the sim, or at least I always preach that fact, that the sim only cares about keepers. See this team though? See how they actually have like a false 9 there? It's Rooney, but still. Anyways, we should win? Nah. Still, it's Man United. Bit of glaze from EA back in the day, so yeah, expected. Lucas Aguirre gets sent off. Like, explain that one. Explain that besides using a little bit of Manchester United propaganda back in the day. That's all I'm saying. Anyways, loss is a loss. Don't really matter though. Made 11 mil from the Prem because we placed top 4, which is really good for us. And if we have a look at the budget right now, we have 19 million. If that carries over next season, let me calculate for wage. If we get 9 million next season, like as a standard, we will have approximately 25 million to work with. That means we can get that big center back, just big 85 plus center back that should help us win the league at the very least. We'll play our first season in the Champions League. That never goes well in any single one of my career modes. Never win in the first season. Never. But I mean, there is a first time for everything, so I wouldn't complain. But that's the end of this season and the end of this video. Good season from us overall, but hopefully it gets better next season, as always. But yeah, thank you for watching, and check out some of the other career modes I've done here and there. You know, I've done a few. Or if you've somehow gotten this far into this video and haven't watched the rest of the seasons, you can go back. We start with League 2. That was pretty exciting. Not really. It was stressful because I had to make do with like no real money, and I've had to deal with no money until I reached the Prem, which was terrible. This game gives no help to the lower league teams. Why are rebuilds so hard? I'm gonna stop complaining. Thank you for watching again. I'll see you later.